Thank you, Susan. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very high honor and a very great privilege for me to join this distinguished group of speakers and to participate in the Family Foundation for World Peace inaugural World Convention. And I thank all of you for a very warm and wonderful welcome. And thank you, Susan, for making your dad look good on this occasion. Something that you've been doing for more years than either one of us cares to admit. There are many, many ways of measuring the performance of public men and women in this town. Some are remembered for the offices they held or the legislation that they offered in the speeches on the floor of the House or the Senate. But a parent's greatest legacy is his children. My wife Betty and I have no finer monument than Susan and her three brothers. And Susan, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Of course, that's what today's gathering is all about. As the family of believers assembles here in Washington to examine the family of man and the state of families throughout the world on the brink of a new and very exciting next century. Men and women of both political parties, having our differences, arguing our convictions, but ultimately in one mind in our devotion to the country that we love and the constituents who honored us with their support. My faith taught me that the family of man was my responsibility, that I, like my country, would be judged one day on how faithfully I met the obligation of one family member to another. The torch of Atlanta may at one point be extinguished, but the torch of faith will never go out. It is a torch that my generation is proud to pass on to all of you. Use it well. It will guide you to a freer, fairer, and more human 21st century. And then God's work will be advanced, and God's people will truly become one family. Thank you, and may God bless you.